Erik Prince, the founder of the infamous private military company Blackwater, is once again making headlines. This time his focus is on the crisis-ridden nation of Haiti. Known for his controversial past and shadowy operations, Prince is stepping into a country overwhelmed by chaos and violence, where the government is struggling to maintain even a semblance of order. Through his new venture, Vectis Global, Prince is deploying hundreds of private fighters to confront the heavily armed gangs that have brought Haiti to a standstill. The streets of Port-au-Prince are gripped by fear, and the government's pleas for help have gone largely unanswered. Until now. But this isn't an international peacekeeping mission. Instead, it's a high-stakes private contract with Haiti's transitional government, which is desperate for any solution to restore stability and protect its citizens. Prince, a former Navy SEAL with a reputation for bold and controversial tactics, insists that his team can succeed where official forces and foreign interventions have failed time and again. Nearly 200 highly trained personnel, including snipers, intelligence analysts, and communications specialists, are being assembled from the United States, Europe, and El Salvador. This diverse team brings a range of military and security expertise to the mission. They're arriving with state-of-the-art equipment, tactical boats, helicopters, and surveillance drones, all designed to wage a modern, high-tech war against Haiti's powerful gangs and restore some sense of normalcy to daily life. Yet, the move is deeply polarizing. Prince's Blackwater legacy, especially the 2007 Nisour Square massacre in Iraq, casts a long shadow over this mission, raising fears about what private armies can do when left unchecked. Human rights groups warn of the potential for unchecked violence and abuses, while many Haitians, exhausted by years of insecurity, are willing to accept almost any solution if it means a chance at peace and safety for their families. The world is watching closely. Can a private army succeed where governments and international coalitions have failed? Or will this bold gamble only deepen Haiti's crisis and suffering? As Haiti stands at a crossroads, both the nation's future and Erik Prince's controversial reputation hang in the balance, with consequences that could ripple far beyond its borders. Haiti's collapse didn't happen overnight. The country's descent into chaos is the result of a long, painful unraveling that has left its people exhausted and desperate. For decades, Haiti has struggled with deep-rooted political instability, widespread poverty, and fragile institutions. Corruption, natural disasters, and a lack of basic services have only made things worse, eroding trust in the government and leaving communities vulnerable. The 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse was a turning point, plunging the nation into a dangerous power vacuum. With no clear leadership, ruthless gangs quickly seized control, exploiting the chaos for their own gain. These gangs, once small and local, now dominate nearly 80% of Port-au-Prince. Neighborhoods have become battlegrounds, and lawlessness is the new normal for millions of residents. In 2024, a powerful gang alliance called Vive Ensemble launched a wave of coordinated attacks, storming police stations, government buildings, and even breaking open prisons to free their members. The violence is relentless. Over 1,500 people killed in just a few months. Kidnappings have become a daily terror, and critical infrastructure is routinely seized or destroyed, making daily life almost impossible. The Haitian National Police, outgunned and overwhelmed, are losing officers in deadly ambushes. Morale is at an all-time low, and many fear the force could collapse entirely. With the state crumbling, millions now face hunger, violence, and displacement. For many, daily survival is a struggle, and hope is fading fast. Desperate for help, the government turned to Vectis Global, a private security firm, hoping their firepower could match the gangs and restore some semblance of order. For ordinary Haitians, politics and principles have taken a back seat. Now it's all about survival, finding safety, food, and shelter in a city under siege. The deal with Prince and his company is a last-ditch effort, a gamble to reclaim the country from the grip of chaos and violence. The stakes couldn't be higher. The fate of an entire nation hangs in the balance, with every decision carrying enormous consequences. Haiti's future now rests on the shoulders of a private army. Its success or failure will determine whether the country can rise from the ashes or sink further into chaos. Vectis Global's contract with Haiti is sweeping. 10 years, a decade-long commitment that signals just how dire the situation has become. The agreement is unprecedented in both scale and ambition, reflecting the desperation of a nation besieged by violence. The plan calls for a one-year blitz to break the gang's grip, a rapid and forceful campaign designed to disrupt criminal networks that have held the country hostage for years. The mission began quietly in March 2025, with drones mapping gang strongholds and gathering crucial intelligence. This high-tech surveillance marked the first step in a carefully orchestrated operation. Now, nearly 200 elite operatives are deploying, equipped with armored vehicles, boats, and helicopters. These are not ordinary soldiers. They are specialists trained for urban warfare and counterinsurgency. Their first goal: secure the main highway from Port-au-Prince to Cap Haitien, a vital artery for commerce and daily life, long choked by gang violence and lawlessness. Reopening this route would restore the flow of goods and people, offering immediate relief to communities cut off from basic necessities and economic opportunity. The second goal: reclaim border crossings with the Dominican Republic, cutting off gang revenue streams and restoring tax collection. These crossings are critical for trade and national security. This dual strategy, security and economic stabilization, aims to rebuild the Haitian state from the ground up, fostering trust and hope among a weary population. The operation is aggressive, high stakes, and shrouded in secrecy. Every move is calculated, every risk weighed against the possibility of failure. Success would mean a new beginning for Haiti. Failure could plunge it deeper into crisis, with consequences that would echo far beyond its borders. Vectis Global is betting on a rapid, forceful intervention to change the country's fate, knowing that the world is watching every step. The world is watching to see if this private army can deliver where so many have failed, and whether a new model for intervention can succeed where traditional efforts have not. The outcome will shape Haiti's future for years to come, determining not just the fate of a nation, but the legacy of intervention itself. Haiti's turn to a private army follows decades of failed international interventions. The latest, a UN-backed mission led by Kenya, arrived in 2024 with high hopes but quickly faltered. Underfunded, understaffed, and outgunned, the mission struggled to make any real impact. Previous UN efforts left a legacy of scandal, including a deadly cholera outbreak and abuse allegations. These failures bred deep mistrust among Haitians, who see foreign missions as ineffective or self-serving. The Haitian National Police, meant to be the backbone of security, has been left to fend for itself. Corruption and gang attacks have gutted its ranks. International training and aid have failed to turn the tide. With both local and international solutions exhausted, Haiti's leaders made the radical choice to hire Vectis Global. It's a move born of desperation, not confidence. The world's inability to help left a vacuum only a private army was willing to fill. Erik Prince's name is synonymous with controversy. As Blackwater's founder, he oversaw a company infamous for the 2007 Nisour Square massacre in Iraq, where contractors killed unarmed civilians. The incident exposed the dangers of privatized warfare and the lack of accountability for military contractors. Prince has rebranded his companies, but the shadow of Blackwater follows him. Human rights advocates warn that profit-driven firms may prioritize results over civilian safety, especially in crowded cities like Port-au-Prince. The rules of engagement for Vectis Global remain secret, raising fears of unchecked violence. Critics argue Prince's business model thrives on instability. His presence in Haiti could further undermine the fragile state he claims to help. Washington is keeping its distance from the Vectis Global mission, insisting it's not involved. Still, concern is mounting in Congress over the legality of the operation. Senators have demanded to know if Vectis is complying with U.S. laws regulating military exports and services. Questions swirl about whether the company has the proper licenses for its weapons, helicopters, and drones. The Leahy Law, which bars U.S. aid to abusive foreign forces, could be skirted if Vectis works alongside tainted Haitian police. The lack of transparency only deepens the unease. The U.S. wants stability in Haiti, but fears being linked to another Blackwater-style debacle. For now, Washington watches warily, knowing it may soon be forced to act. Inside Haiti, the government's silence on the Vectis deal speaks volumes. No official statements, no public defense, just a quiet, desperate hope for results. Former officials admit the contract is a last resort, a response to the collapse of local law enforcement and failed UN missions. Oversight is vague, with the Superior Council of the National Police reportedly in charge, but details are scarce. For ordinary Haitians, the debate is academic. Survival is all that matters. Many residents say they don't care who brings security, only that it comes. Years of fear and violence have left people exhausted and willing to accept any solution. This desperation gives Vectis immense leverage and reduces pressure for accountability. The risk Haiti could become dependent on a private force whose loyalty is to shareholders, not citizens. The need for security may overshadow concerns about sovereignty and human rights. Haiti stands at a crossroads. Will Vectis Global bring salvation or new problems? A private army could break the gang's grip and give Haiti a chance to rebuild. But outsourcing security risks weakening state institutions and creating dangerous dependencies. The specter of Blackwater and the potential for human rights abuses loom large. Without oversight, the line between order and brutality could blur, fueling future conflict. The mission's secrecy only heightens fears about accountability. Haiti is betting its survival on Prince's promises. The world watches, uncertain if this experiment will deliver peace or deepen the crisis. The outcome will set a precedent for how the world responds to failed states in the future.